It's a big operation for sure. Approximately 5,000 students per day, and we travel 10,000 miles per day.
A ton of students, a ton of miles logged, and a ton of TCAP's money goes out the door just to get your kids to school. And that's a challenge because, after all,
the less that you have to pay for that, the more you can put directly into the classroom.
And that impacts your kid's school. Statewide districts, on average, spend about 4.5% of their total budget on transportation. It's a lot of money going out, especially when less money is coming in from Lansing. 2 years ago, TCAP saw the writing on the wall. They were spending almost 7% of their total budget, or about $6.5 million, on busing. Something had to change.
We will have eliminated, in the span of 2 years, $2 million out of our transportation operation. That's substantial, obviously.
So how does any district trim almost a third of its transportation expenses? Well, TCAP's had a multi-pronged blueprint. First, they lowered their costs by negotiating with employee groups. Cheaper contracts and sacrifices. Drivers noticed that, but your kids probably didn't. What they did notice was TCAP's second approach, getting more efficient out on the road, thanks to high-tech routing software and a little legwork.
Quite honestly and frankly, our bus stops, we have less bus stops than we used to have, which means some students are having to walk farther to get to a bus stop.
That saves fuel and time, and that means money. But that wasn't enough. The district is also doing something that's quickly becoming an economic buzzword with schools: consolidation. TCAP's teamed up with TBA-ISD to provide special ed busing, a regional approach that benefits both sides while cutting some costs. And it might not end with special ed.
If there ever is a regionalized solution to general ed busing, like there is now for special ed busing, we hope to be a player in that because we think we have the expertise to do that.
While consolidation saves money, abandoning busing and using a private service like Beta isn't an option TCAPS is exploring right now. Keeping these school buses rolling, even with a multi-million-dollar price tag, may be more important now than ever before.
Certainly there's a segment of our population that wouldn't be able to get themselves to school if transportation wasn't provided.